started. Hello TTI students and welcome to another week of TTI Tech. Remember, this unit is based on presentations, PowerPoints, data representation, and spreadsheets. Today we're going to be doing a wrap-up for the presentation side. This is mainly your PowerPoint introduction. Alright? So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to try to give a good presentation on how to give good presentations and present to you what your final project is going to be. So, there are a couple things that we needed for a good presentation. You remember what those are? Let's see. Less than or equal to 6 items per slide. I wonder if you can see that. I'll just put them up in Premiere after the fact. So, less than or equal to 6 items per slide, first of all. Second of all, you need a dark background with light text in front of it. What you can do instead is you can also just have high contrast. So whatever you're doing, just make sure that your text contrasts from your background. Don't do any colorful text colors like yellow or light green or anything like that. You want to have either black text on a bright background or white text on a dark background. Preferably the second, so lighter text on a darker background. Really pops out and gives you kind of the effect that you're going to be looking for. Alright? And they should also be pretty short. And by short, I'm really pointing back to this first thing of less than or equal to 6 items per slide. Alright? So, the reason for that is that you really want to make sure that you're maximizing what you're saying over what you have on your PowerPoint presentation behind you. Okay? That's why slide notes are extremely important for when you're doing presentations. Make sure that you have really, really good slide notes and your presentation is going to go smoothly even if your slides are out of order. Because then you have your notes right in front of you, you can read them off a piece of paper or you can read them off your computer. And you can stick to what you're saying so people are paying attention to that more than what they're paying attention to what you're writing. If you've ever had a teacher that uses mainly PowerPoints, you know they can be boring if you don't use them effectively. Alright? Okay. So, that's just my general final concluding points on good presentation skills. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about what your final project for this 3-week mini unit is going to be. Your final project is going to be a PowerPoint presentation advertising TTI to either your peers or to fellow peers' parents or something like that. Alright? So, you're going to have 6 slides. Okay? The first one is going to be intro. Kind of a title page that's going to have your name and everything like that. The next one is going to be a couple of general reasons why TTI. I'll leave it at that. Why TTI? Why is TTI great? What do we do? Just some general things like that. Okay? The next 2 slides are going to be on the tech side of TTI. What tech units have you done? Why are they great? List some reasons there. Remember, we're doing 6 slides and you should have no more than 6 points on the slide. Alright? So 2 tech, and you're going to do 2 on ACA. And for tech or ACA, you can do the same unit, you can do different units. That's not really the big idea here. The big idea is that you're actually making slides that aesthetically look appealing and have just enough information on the slide that your audience is going to be able to get what they need. Alright? So along with all of these slides, you also need speaker notes. Okay? So you have these speaker notes that you need to add into your presentation as well. Okay? So these speaker notes are going to be generally like a paragraph per slide, and it needs to talk about everything that you're going to talk about while that slide is up. So if you say why ITA, and I say, let's say, water balloon fights, maybe I have a background image of the water balloon fight or something like that, kickball, and let's say this is an advertisement to some younger students or something like that. Water balloon fights, kickball, and name games or some of our cool extracurricular games that we do, right? And those are my points. In my speaker notes, I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to elaborate on each one of those points. The points shouldn't be full sentences, like the TED Talk said. They should be very short and to the point. The speaker notes are where your full sentences are going to be. That's where you're going to put the majority of your information that you're going to be reading off. All right? So in order to find speaker notes in PowerPoint, I'm just going to do a quick OBS and show you how to do it. And I'm going to talk through it as I do it. So you're going to open up PowerPoint, you're going to open up your slide, and then if you click on the bottom and drag up, it's going to pull up that speaker notes section, and then you can just type in the extra information, additional information in there. Alright? So, this is going to be your project. It's very short. It's 6 slides. It's not a humongous PowerPoint presentation. You're not putting a lot on each slide except for the speaker notes, which should be extensive. I don't want to see like a one sentence, just say this. I want to see something extensive, like with the tech units, really explain in detail what you do. You can use a lot of jargon, you can really get into the meat of what you're doing, as well as the ACA stuff. Because the good presentation is not only having simple slides, but having very, very complex information to give. Because you're the presenter and you're actually doing that part of it. Okay? The last part of this whole project is that this project is going to be presented during your cohort meeting. So each one of you will have a chance to present. It's only 6 slides, so you'll get like 5 minutes or so to present to your classmates. And you're going to do a quick presentation on this, just to practice your presentation skills. So leading up to that week, what I want you all to do is you're going to take this project, you're going to read over it a couple times. These cohort meetings are about 2 weeks away. We'll jump into our next unit, but you'll have those weeks to prepare and get ready so that during the cohort meeting you'll be able to present, and you'll be able to actually do a quick presentation. What I'm going to do for you all is I'm going to include a quick example. I'm not going to talk about TTI. I'm going to talk about ITA, include some images there. I will also include on the site a photo repository of different photos that you can use within your PowerPoint presentation from each cohort. All right? So, 6 slides, very short, very succinct to the point. This will be due next Monday, so make sure that you are turning this in. This will be due next week on the TTI due date. So make sure that you're turning this in right away. Like I said, you will also have time to practice, and if you want to change anything about it before the cohort dates, you can do so as well. All right? So that's pretty much it. Yeah. So you're all set. Make sure that you all turn in your assignments on time. If you have any other questions, please be sure to email me or email the ITA TTI help desk at gmail.com. All right. Signing off.